July 1892. The Pitan. I don't sleep well on the first night in a new place. Never have. London, Ghent, Berlin. Always the same restlessness. Tonight it's different. Tough. Tonight there's nowhere left to travel to. This is the place. Everything has vanished. That's the only honest way I can say it. It's as if I were a butterfly that flew too close to something bright and didn't see it in time. The wings caught, burned, and now here I am, on the ground, still turning my head towards where the light used to be. The flowers, the sun, the quiet, the decent air of other places. Light merits, Berlin. A kitchen table where a friend and I argued for hours about the word for tribe in 5 languages, none of which mattered to anyone but us. Do you know what the cruelest part of this is? It isn't the cards. It isn't even the isolation exactly. It's the arithmetic. I lie here and count how long a letter takes to reach Europe now. Weeks just to cross the water. More before an answer comes back. My father is old. If he dies before word can reach me, I learn of it long after there's any of use in grieving on time. My exile lasts so long I've begun to lose hope of ever seeing myself free again. Everyone. It's fate, I suppose. Where is conscience in that? Where is conviction? But I keep coming back to something I actually believe, which is rare enough, tonight, that I should say it out loud. I remember it tomorrow. Flowers grow and putrid in the new. Something usable can still come from this ground. I don't have the seed in my hand yet. I think I have it somewhere, though. Berlin, maybe. Waiting for me to stop staring at the water for a boat that isn't coming. And start asking what's actually here, under my own feet, worth growing. It's early, 5 o'clock, maybe earlier. I've stopped needing a clock out here. Let me tell you how we live now, because when I try to describe it in a letter, it never comes out right. And I want to get it right at least once, even if it's only for myself. I built 3 houses, a square one, a hexagonal one, an octagonal one. Bamboo, wood, nipa. My mother and my sister live with me in the square house. The boys I teach live in the octagonal one. The chickens have the hexagonal one, which is either very democratic of me or very strange. I haven't decided. From where I sleep, I can hear a stream coming down off the rocks. Clean, always running. I can see the beach from there too. 2 canoes pulled up on the sand. They call them barotos here. So, the day. I get up, I visit the fields, I feed the chickens, I wake everyone else and get them moving. Because if I don't, no one else will. Breakfast at 7:30, tea, a little bread, whatever there is. Then the patients start arriving. I go into town by boat, treat whoever's waiting, come back by noon. Lunch. Then I teach until 4. Arithmetic, Spanish, a little English, and things that have nothing to do with any subject. Like how to behave decently to people who have nothing. In the afternoon, I farm. In the evening, I read. That's the whole shape of it. Every day. And I'm not ashamed to say I find something like peace in the repetition. I've become a merchant, of all things. I buy abaca from the growers here and send it to Manila. Made 200 pesos on it this month, which surprised no one more than me. It isn't about the money. It's that a man who's doing something useful doesn't have time to sit and count the days. My life is quiet. Retired, you might say. Without glory, certainly, nobody in Madrid is writing pamphlets about a doctor teaching farm boys the multiplication tables in Mindanao. But I think it's useful. I taught them better way to work their land. And for once, people believed me before I had to prove it 3 times over. Strange what exile has actually given me when I stopped resenting it long enough to count. A new language in Bisaya. Hands that know how to steer a boat now, not just hold a pen. A country I understand from the ground instead of from books written by men who never left Madrid. I didn't ask any of this, but I don't think I'll waste it either.
Easter. I picked 3 roses this morning, off the tree I planted with my own hands when I first came here. Small ones, a little wild honestly. Not the kind you'd find in a European garden, but mine. 4 years, I've built 2 schoolhouses, a water system, a farm that actually feeds people instead of just occupying land. I've learned a language I didn't speak before I came. I've healed more people here than I think I could have in a proper hospital in Manila. Because here, I was the only one who came. I still miss the cold. I still miss the smell of pine after rain, if I'm honest with you. But I built something. Whatever happens next, that part is true, and no one can take it back from me. September. On board now. The Isla de Panay. Mediterranean waters, they tell me. Though one gray stretch of sea looks much like another from a cabin window. I volunteered for this, you understand. Months ago, when I heard they needed physicians in Cuba, I applied. Built my whole life in the Pitan around waiting for that letter. When it finally came, I packed up everything I owned in days and made the trip to Manila without complaint. Glad even to finally be trusted with something. A passenger just told me something I can hardly bring myself to write down. That instead of Cuba, they mean to send me somewhere else entirely. A prison. This time for events in Manila I had no part in. That happened after I was already gone, already at sea, already trying to be useful to a government that apparently never intended to let me be. I have 2 letters in my coat, written by the Governor General himself, recommending me, praising my conduct these 4 years, my innocence in this uprising. I am holding proof of my own good faith in one hand, and I am told with the other that none of it will matter. I don't know yet what's true and what's rumor. I don't know what waits at the other end of this water. Cuba, a cell, or nothing I can even guess at. I only know that 4 years ago I stood on a beach in Dapitan, not knowing what I'd find there either, and something worth having came out of it anyway. So, whatever this is, I'll meet it the same way.